Yo, I'm back. Ludwig, it's Ludwig. It seemed like he took a break from YouTube for a while, but he's back and he made a video about Tyson and it's pretty crazy. Have you watched the Mark Tyson and Jake Paul fight? What do you think? It seemed like a giant scam just to make money. I'm glad Mark Tyson got paid. I'm also glad Mark Tyson didn't get hurt.
Netflix sucks. That fight sucked so bad that it has made me re-log into my YouTube account after 2.5 months. I forgot the password, man. I had to reset that shit just to vent about how much I do not like Netflix after what I just witnessed. If you don't know what I'm talking about, somehow, I'm talking about the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight. A fight that has been advertised for, I feel like, over a year now. It's been delayed several times, but it's very popular because it's, I guess, the peak of modern day boxing. All right, back in the day, you would have two of the best in the world, and people would talk in funny voices, and they'd be like, in one corner, we have Evander Holyfield, and they'd fight. All right, heavyweight fight. I ever listen on the radio or some shit. Nowadays, you have very, very famous social media stars who are maybe pretty good at boxing, but you can't really tell because they don't go up against really good boxers, against washed up famous boxers. Okay, it happened Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather, and now it is happening again. Jake Paul, I think age 27, who just went up against Mike Tyson, aged 58. Which is illegal, by the way. As someone who tried to set up a boxing event, there's a 10-year age difference maximum for almost every single state, except for the great state of Texas, which allowed this fight and sanctioned this fight to happen. And I'll tell you right now, it shouldn't have happened. Now, all the experts would have told you going into this fight, this is going to be a Jake win. Perhaps a Jake knockout, because the 10 fights he's won have all been by like KO or knockout by time or something like that. And I wasn't interested, right? Until this clip. I was browsing YouTube Shorts and I see Mike Tyson doing an interview with a child. And the child asks,
for the first time, what type of legacy would you like to leave behind when it's all said and done?
Pretty normal question. I
Yeah,
get
it
it.
seems
You're
like a
asking a
normal
living
question.
legend. He responds,
Well, I don't know. I don't believe in the word legacy. I just think that's another word for ego. That's just some word everybody grabbed onto. Now it's used every 5 seconds. It means absolutely nothing to me. I'm just passing through. I'm going to die, and it's going to be over.
Jesus Christ, Mark.
wow. So, Mike Tyson's different, man. He's a stone cold killer. All right. This is not like Floyd Mayweather or Dylan Dennis or Logan Paul. It's not someone who can be bought out by money. I did not believe in my mind Mike Tyson was signing up to do this just for money. I feel like he wanted to prove something, It's like a retired cop back for one last job. So, yeah, fool me once, shame on you when I watched the Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather fight. Fool me twice. I made a video a year ago after I felt like I got scammed watching the Logan Paul Dylan Dennis fight. Shame on me. Fool me 3 times, never get fooled again because then, man, all right, after that video aired, they had the weigh-in and Mike Tyson walks up wearing nothing but a damn Speedo and then slaps the shit out of Jake Paul.
But then Jake shit himself, bro. He was fucking pissing in his pants.
Now, what I did not realize is that would be one of the first and last times Mike Tyson would ever hit Jake Paul. Before we get to the fight, let's talk about the live streaming experience, okay? Because I believe
I heard about this shit, man. I heard it was an absolute dog show.
Netflix got hit with a reality check. This was the live streaming experience for 95% of people. So many people tried to watch this fight. Netflix clearly wasn't able to handle the server load. And so the streams would buffer. They would crash several times. Just me personally watching. I
First comment, beep, boop, beep, boop, boop, boop.
had to close out, reopen. Meanwhile, people were streaming from the venue perfectly on Twitter. They would just stream on their phone. And that would work great. But the issue is Netflix, not so good at live streaming. All right, they found out it's a little bit harder than 9 to 5. The crazy thing is they should have known this. This happened last year because they tried doing a live streaming event for Love is Blind, the reunion, okay? And let me tell you, Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul was very big, okay? But the Love is Blind reunion, we're talking like, one of the top 5 reality shows.
What the fuck? Love is Blind reunion had the biggest streaming. What the shit? When did they do this? They had a live stream of the Love is Blind reunion. And it was one of the biggest of all time. What the shit? Holy crap. And it was a shit show.
Show moments. That's a great show. Okay. People are going to want to tune into that shit.
Look, yeah, exactly, Rox. Look at the Love is Blind reunion show. I didn't watch that, man. I didn't know that it freaked out that badly.
It was horrible. It crashed constantly. It did not start on time. It was delayed. Everyone who watched it said it was an absolute shit show. So they're not very good at live streaming. All right. I don't know why they've pivoted their business model this route. They did it with the Tom Brady, the Love is Blind, now the Mike Tyson fight. They said they bought the rights to Christmas Day football. So now, unfortunately, if you're an NFL fan like me and you're going to watch football on Christmas Day, you're going to be watching it through a lot of fucking buffering because they suck at it. And here's a funny thing.
I know you watch Love is Blind, Rory. I mean, Kaylin Dora. I know you do. I know you watch Love is Blind. I'm addicted to that shit. I don't know why.
Where it didn't buffer.
Let me just unbuffer for one quick second. We've been buffered hours straight. Let me unbuffer for one quick second.
Oh, Max!
Go back to buffer.
That's about the only good moment in the entirety of the fight. Because if you watch the fight, you know how it went. It was 8 rounds, and the rounds were 2 minutes. Usually it's 3 minutes, but I think Mike Tyson got a clause carved out, the 58-year-old man clause, and it started out decent. First round, Mike was throwing punches. You're like, okay, maybe we have a fight on our hands. Okay. Second round was a little...
Bro, it's smart TV, dude. It's turn your brain off and sit on the couch TV. That's what Love is Blind is.
More Jake favored, but Mike's still throwing punches. After that, I'm not shitting you, it was over. If Mike Tyson was walking around, I swear to God, like Joe Biden after a press conference, he looked bad. He had a brace on his knee. He was slow as hell. And it was basically a game of will Jake Paul knock this old man out, not a fight between two men. He did not throw a punch, Mike Tyson that is, for multiple rounds in a row. Just didn't even do it. It was so bad that at the very end of the fight, Jake Paul, instead of fighting to the bitter end, started bowing. Because we all knew it was over. And of course...
Oh, we got Survivor fans in the chat. Who
wins by unanimous decision? Jake fucking Paul, dude. Because you shouldn't have a 27-year-old man fight a 58-year-old man. Okay? I don't know what Netflix is doing, man. I don't know. They're spending so many billions and billions and billions of dollars. And it's an absolute shit show. It's an absolute shit show.
Listen to me, okay? This is why this fight was a complete fucking sham. Look at this guy. Just look at this guy training.
Day 3. You still want to with me?
Just look at this guy.
In his prime.
Look at this guy, bro.
He was fucking terrifying. He was so fast, and he would do angles.
I'm getting shivers, bro.
And you couldn't hit him.
Look at him. Look at him.
Just coming at you.
Okay.
And he was young. He was 20 years old.
You're watching this shit now, and then we're gonna show you clips of the fights, and then you tell me if this shit wasn't rigged or not, bro. Because he's 58 here, bro, and he looks like a fucking killer. Okay, look at him. Look at him. He's a freak. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, I'm now gonna show you clips of the fights, and you're gonna understand what I'm talking about. Okay, you're gonna understand.
Show what they're doing. I don't think their business model makes any damn sense. You know how much Netflix costs right now? It's $6.99 if you want to watch it with ads. It's like $12.
Anyway, that's a great video about, he's one of my favorite creators. It's Mogul Mail, and it's Ludwig. He's actually back on YouTube. He's a great guy. But the Jake Paul fight was an absolute sham. If you go on Twitter and you look at some of the stuff, there's so many moments where Mike Tyson had moments to absolutely crush Jake Paul. Okay, absolutely crush him. And you can see he stops. He stops going for him. There was obviously a deal in place for them to just walk away with cash. In fact, I'm not exactly sure, but I'm pretty sure Jake Paul got $23 million. So Tyson was paid $20 million. Jake Paul was paid $40 million. I guess that's the world we live in, right? You think about the days of Muhammad Ali and like Evander Holyfield and those kind of fights. You compare it to this shit, it's like, what is even going? We're living in some weird clown dystopian world.